What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rule Zero. I'm your host today. Do be sure to like, subscribe, hit those notifications. And for the love of God, sound off in the comments today. And please don't be stingy with those super chats. Look at us. Look at us, Cappy.
Look at us.
We're wearing our Hawaiian shirts in honor of the world's best Red Pill Couch. I'm his biggest fan, don't you know?
Wait, Red Pill Couch? There's a Red Pill Couch with a Hawaiian pattern on it?
No. We're talking about Ryan Stone. The world's best Red Pill Couch. And I used to say he has 3 books, that son of a bitch. That he has 3 books, but now he just dropped his 4th book, and you can get it now on Amazon. Check this out. Did you know
Ryan's dropped the 4th book?
Yeah. Look at this. Praxeology Volume 3 just became available yesterday, and it's all field reports. And he said that it's, oh, hey, look, Nuke's here. Hey, Nuke, where's your Hawaiian shirt? It's Ryan Stone Day.
Look, not only is Nuke not wearing a Hawaiian shirt, he's also not on time. Shocking how us Gen Xers are on time, and these Zillennial kids, they just show up whenever they feel like it.
I just blame the boomers.
Speaking of which, man, look at everyone coming in here.
Yeah, look at this.
Well, Paul, you said you were going to be a little bit late. I didn't expect you to be on time.
Well, I have consultations in the morning now on Saturdays, and my client that I consult with in the morning, he had to go to a funeral or something like that. So I actually was able to be here on time today.
Okay.
Hey, Thor got the memo. Look at that.
It's because Thor is responsible.
Yeah.
I don't have an.
Well, I need this more than you do. It's kind of a must.
Let me double check if I have a Hawaiian shirt. Be right back.
All right, you get out of here. Go get the proper attire for the show.
No Hawaiian shirt, but it's an Icelandic shirt. Is that cool?
Yeah, I don't think your mic is on, Thor.
Yeah, check your mic.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just recording through the laptop. All right, Jack, what's your excuse for not having a Hawaiian shirt? They don't have them in Europe, or
it's fucking cold here.
Oh,
there's no sun.
You know where it's not cold?
Oh, Las Vegas
and Southern California, right, Thor?
Well, I would say yes, except it was 21 degrees at my house this morning.
What, really?
Yeah.
Oof.
That's pretty cold for California.
Global warming.
Yes, hence the reason for my furs coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
global warming can come soon enough, guys. I mean, come on.
So, guys, we had an OnlyFans girl who nobody ever heard of before this week. Apparently, her name is Lily Phillips, and she decided to go for a challenge. And that challenge was something that only your mom's willing to do. She decided to take 100 dicks in one day. Do you think she enjoyed the experience? Do you think she enjoyed 100 dicks at a time? Jack, what do you think?
Look at Cappy, how happy he is.
Wow.
How can she not?
We're going to start this early, huh? This early, this fast, that hard, just like the boyfriend. Hey. All right.
The answer is yes.
Well,
if she can do that, she can detach. So,
well, I think it probably broke her. Check this out.
I was wondering what we break her. If I'm honest, it was hard.
I bet it was hard.
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it.
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah, just one in, one out. It feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, that poor thing.
Well, there's some tells here. I don't know her background, but she is a adult entertainer.
Yep.
OnlyFans girl, yeah.
My initial gut reaction, just seeing her and listening like that, is that this was actually planned. She had planned this for the clout. She planned this for all of it, including the emotional outburst, which would drive more traffic. and she was playing to those simps that kind of in this spaces, even this space would adapt and go, oh, look at her. Now everybody's talking about her. And all of that is external validation. I would say she's very addicted to the dopamine rush of external validation. That's why she even set up 100 guys. Each one's a dopamine hit, whether you want to say so or not. And once you're done with that much, there's going to be a dopamine crash. I mean, it plays right in the opium receptors in your brain. So, I do think it was all planned. Yeah.
Kayfabe.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Or kayfabe.
What do you think, Cappy?
To your original question, I think she enjoyed it for a while, but after a while it just became work. But at no point in time, I mean, look, how many scoops of ice cream can you eat, but it became a job. She was perfectly fine with this. She's acting. I'm more offended. Not that I really care, but if I'm going to be offended about something, it's not that she took 100 dicks. It's that fake crying at the end. This has been all staged. Everyone keeps playing into it. Paul Benjamin had the best take on it, where he had his rant on Twitter. It's all fake. You're all falling for it. It goes to show you how far some people will go to get clout and entertainment and tug at, I guess, your genetic strings or your heartstrings or whatever, and just stop paying it. Like, fine, okay, she's doing 1,000 dicks next, I guess. Fine, okay, we got other shit.
Hey, no spoilers. I got a thing. I got no spoilers about that.
Oh, no spoilers about. Well, it's kind of on the internet now, isn't it?
No, it's not. That's the thing. So that's where I kind of agree with most of the guys where it's kayfabe. Where are the 100 dudes? Where is the video? Where is it? It's nowhere.
You expect to see one or two now. Yeah,
I think it's on her OnlyFans.
No.
There's a preview on her
leaked.
Twitter. I think there's a preview on her Twitter.
Really?
Oh, is there?
Oh,
okay.
I'll check.
Yeah, I think of all people, Pearl was the one that shared it. She's like, if you guys had to see this, if
I had to see it, you do too.
I'm like, okay, more research for me. But
Pearl is such an altruist, always thinking about the other people. It's like, if I can see this, you can do too. Sharing with the world.
I don't know if that was the one or not, but I don't think it was like penetration. I think it was like also blowjobs.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Oh, that doesn't count.
If that count, dude,
I don't
blowjobs
know.
count. My notch count will be significantly higher. It's sex or not sex.
Yeah.
Eating ain't a cheating.
Well, yeah, and Bill Clinton settled that argument. That is not sexual
I did
relations.
not have a sexual relationship with that woman.
I'm not here.
So what I was talking about with no spoilers. So yeah, crocodile tears, because look at her next plan. She's
Phillips.
She wants to have sex with 1,000 men in 24 hours. Say what you want. The girl's got ambition, guys.
Somebody did the calculation on that. It's humanly not possible.
Well, not with that attitude, Jack.
One stroke per. Come on, man. One stroke per.
I think it's just gonna boil down to oral sex.
I can't find
That's why. Because if you have, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but if you have like 10 dudes around and you suck them all off and they're already been fluffed, then they're probably can get it off in about a minute each. And you see what I'm saying? That would be the more logical.
I too hate to go down to this level, but who said that men had to get?
I'm just fascinated by the logistics. I want, like, I don't want to. Like I want to pay for like someone to tell me how they did it. I want to see the mastermind. I want to see the intelligent people and hire those people, because those people are professionals. Because how do you do this? This is very important.
We need Sterling here, but he's not. Two, Nuke,
they know exactly who to get engaged. That's right, Nuke.
Right.
They knew who to get engaged.
Have you guys ever seen the TV show Silicon Valley? You've never seen it?
I'm aware of it.
So this soundbite.
I was just gonna say.
Oh my God!
Am I right?
Yeah, that soundbite comes from that TV show, right? This guy fucks. Well, the whole program was about these nerds that came up with this compression algorithm. They called it middle out. And the way they came up with it was they were talking about how they could jack off and suck off like every guy in a room. And there was like 1,000. So they're talking like, okay, if we line up guys that are the same size, we could do like 2 guys at a time.
Oh my God!
That's exactly what this fucking conversation sounds like.
No, I found.
What is it, Jack?
God. I found it.
Oh,
here.
Is it?
No, it's not PG, Paul.
It's not appropriate for YouTube, so we can't.
Hell no! Hell no, this shit ain't appropriate for YouTube.
Well, maybe just drop a link in the chat
Oh my God.
for the guys to go check out on their own.
Yeah,
Because we don't want to get
I think I'm
canceled.
gonna get nuked if I share this on YouTube. In all honesty, I'm not
Well, the
sharing it.
link. I mean, where's the link to? Is it?
I'll
to
put
Twitter?
it in the private chat, and you guys can,
I don't know if I want to see it, but at the
I
same
only
time,
see
I'm
the
fascinated.
still image, and I'm like, oh my God, everybody was allowed, weren't they? Every guy who wanted to was allowed.
This link goes to X, so I don't think YouTube's gonna have a problem with that. So I'll just drop it in the chat. You guys can go check it out, and then come on back, watch the show. So the girl's got ambition. She wants to do 1,000 guys next. That's pretty good.
Jack, are you okay, bro?
No, man. I ain't doing so well, Mr. Start.
I'm not gonna watch it. Jack already his expression. I'm like, I want the behind the scenes.
Larry,
Like,
I'm not feeling so well.
You opened that Pandora's box, man. You didn't have to see
I
it.
don't want to be here.
what have I
anymore.
done? What have I done? Anakin Skywalker
Look at
voice.
this. Look at this. Jack is ruined now for life. He's got PTSD.
I already thought I had that, but this. Oh my God! You just had to tell me it's on X Nuke. You just had to.
Wow. Well, now it's like you have to go see it. So I was
Yeah,
really hoping that Paul Benjamin would come on because he likes talking about body count and the neural chemical impacts to that. Thor, do you know anything about that? The neurochemical impacts to a woman that's had a crazy high body count and how it ruins her.
I don't have it at my fingertip, but what happens is a lot of oxytocin. There's vasopressin. There's another one too that comes out that doesn't come to mind. A different hormone, particularly when a woman orgasms, that really spike emotions and cause bonding to happen, and they are very addicted to it. And that's why you get the alpha widows. And so you get too many of those. It's just you overload the system. If you haven't learned to detach, then now the body counts at a point. You couple that with a female's nature to always be hypergamous, right, Paul? And then you're in a situation where the higher the body count, the less likely that, well, let's just put it this way, on the balance of probabilities, the less likely you're going to have that bonded experience to where she is now your alpha widow and really not looking anywhere else. If something better comes along, hey, Jason Momoa or Chris Hemsworth show up, man, it was nice knowing you, but I got to move. About me. So body count definitely has an impact. Is it something they have to act on? No, of course not. But there is a chemistry behind it. Paul knows a lot about it. He did a lot of research on it. I'm just trying to pick my brain.
It's not per se that a woman with a high body count is broken. It's more that broken women have a high body count.
I think you're right. Yeah, that was a well put, actually.
And this girl had more issues than her body count. I can tell you that. There's way more going on than her body count.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Instagram reel? Did you finally find it, Nuke?
The damage is from the weird men, not if they were all Chads or like good looking dudes, she probably wouldn't be crying as much or something. I just think that there's probably some the age range was 18 to 80.
Oh God.
See what I'm saying? It wasn't 18 to 30 has to be jacked. Has to smell good. Things that are basic requirements for a woman to have sex with you. Those probably requirements weren't met. So while she's doing this, she's probably smelling all these smells. She's probably looking at unattractive men, and she has to psych herself out. And I just think that it would have been easier for her if the men were attractive, conventionally attractive, but I don't think they were. I don't want to find out if they were, not like Jack, because Jack looks affected.
Yeah, Jack, you saw these guys. What's your take on? Are these guys?
You did it to yourself, bro.
Jack, what do you think? You're the expert.
I think we need a moment.
You saw the video.
It's bad, man. It's bad. Some fat fuck. Oh no. No. Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah.
No, they looked horrible. And some of them looked horrible. There's a lot of dicks surrounding her. It's like, oh no. No. And I don't know, man. It's just no. Like Nuke said, I think just everybody who wanted to. I mean, can you imagine the guys that actually respond to this?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever seen? So apparently they have like porn conventions, and you have meet and greets with your favorite porn star. And did you guys ever see the photos that get taken there? The guys who want
sure.
to
Yeah, they're like
have a
some ugly-
picture
yeah.
with their favorite porn star. They're the weirdest fucking dudes. And I mean, oh my god! I'm trying to find a TikTok video of, and it's brilliant. This girl talks about body count where it's like, mine's about 100, and I keep wondering, what about y'all? Like, where's your at? And then this girl replies, you know what? I'd be up there with you, but my dad kept telling me this weird thing. Oh yeah, I love you. So fucking brutal. And that's kind of what I think is happening with this girl. It's like, I'm sorry that your parents weren't there. They probably only gave you money. They never asked you how you were doing. Like I said, there is so much more with this girl going on than just her body count. And actionable advice for guys. This is all clout. There are plenty of women out there who are not like this. This is an anomaly. Absolute anomaly.
Outlier,
Oh,
Well,
but
shit.
it is fucking hilarious.
What
Holy
happened?
shit,
We got old
guys.
man Rolo.
No, we've got
Oh my god.
the Ryan Stone in the house. He got the memo for the Hawaiian shirt, of course.
Yeah, everyone except Jack. Congratulations.
I'll get the
dude.
white. I'll get the white button up.
So
Love
Brian,
that
Bullied
shit.
him hard.
Hey, congratulations on the book.
Thank you, sir. Hey, is that a
We're
new
all
tattoo,
style
or did I
blogging.
just not look at the side of your head before?
Yeah, I did some pain rituals and put one the size of the tumor over it, and a couple
Jesus.
others that represent different things, trying to get my mind right.
Well, it's some
And,
slick ink. I'll give it that.
Thank you. There's one on the back. You guys all recognize this, right? This is the one I always wear. This is my lightning hammer.
Yeah.
My Mjolnir.
You got that?
Larry,
Oh,
when's
yeah.
your tattoo coming in?
Yeah, on the back side.
I will have no tattoos. I will continue to be the boring ward cleaver type as a true act of defiance. See, whereas Thor's are ritual, or not ritual, cultural and perhaps even religious.
Yeah, I had to do
I
some
will-
pain rituals.
Yeah, I will stand out from my American colleagues and not get a tramp stamp or some ridiculous sleeve or whatever it is.
I
got real quick. I know it's not on the top.
So the throat tattoo, definitely there's something to that. You get attention, and it's good attention. I don't know what
Yeah.
the hell it is.
Ryan,
that's
real
what-
quick
Yeah.
to not to go off the topic too much. Do Canadian military people all have to get tattoos too, or are they
You
kind of
don't
like,
have to, but it's
right? No,
tradition.
but do they?
A lot do.
Okay.
I've had a friend who actually had a tramp stamp. That was the funniest. He got ratted so hard.
A
He had like a
guy?
Canadian flag as a tramp stamp. Yeah, a guy. And we're like, but he
so
didn't
did
know
I.
about tramp stamps at the time. It's just like the year after, women all started getting them, so he just kind of like accidentally got on the
On his
bandwagon.
lower back.
Yeah, the right
Jesus
spot.
Christ. Yeah. Jesus.
Mine was
That's
actually pretty
terrible.
tame as far as they go. It's just a paisley half sleeve, but like I've had guys who had a full sleeve of like the ship and the ship's number on there, which is like you get posted
Jesus.
every 3 years, but I mean that's his ship now. A lot
Wow.
of girls got them. No, as long as you don't have face tattoos. Although I don't know what they do now.
Or racist or the Nazi symbol or something like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. But there's been a
Stuff
couple where you
like
were
that.
like,
Yeah.
it's like
It
1487.
changes.
You're like, that's really close, man.
Yeah, it changes a lot. And then also, like, they don't want you to go in the military with tattoos. They prefer you get them after you join for some reason.
Well, yeah, it's
So-
because of gangs. That's one of the thing with the Americans. When I realized you're aircraft carriers, you guys have gangs on board.
And
Yeah.
Parts of the
prostitution
ship
rings.
don't
I
go
was there
to
for
it.
that. I
Rings
saw
and-
one.
yeah.
I saw one get busted, a whole prostitution ring. And the cool thing is on the ship, when someone gets in trouble, they're all lined up outside of like the chief's mess.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
you get to see exactly who did it and what the charge was. And I'm like, this is the great thing about the military. All this transparency. I hope I never get in trouble myself.
Yeah, the theater. Well, that's the thing too. Like they could have seen him right away. They make him wait out there to
Yeah,
stress out
for,
'cause
like-
whatever they're thinking's going wrong is way worse than what's going to be inside. The guys are just having popcorn. They don't care.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do that to students. That's when you check your emails when they're waiting at attention.
In some commands, they do captain's mass like over, they broadcast it on the TV throughout the ship, so everyone can see the captain yelling at people and dressing
Really?
them down shit. Yeah, it's
They
certain
never
You
did that
commands.
on
guys have a
our carrier.
TV on ship? Like
We have Starbucks
Display?
on carriers.
Yeah, so you guys have alcohol on your ship. We're not allowed to have that, so they give us a TV. You know,
We
Gotta
got
do something.
prostitutes. We got a Starbucks. What do you guys got? We got a beer machine.
We have
Like,
Mario Kart
damn.
tournaments. We have Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers tournaments too.
Nice.
Oh,
I might
The
join the
officers
Navy
stay
now.
with us sometimes. It was good times.
Hey, Jack, you're sharing something. You want me to bring this
Yeah.
up on screen? All right,
got
here we
it.
go.
Careful what you're sharing. Careful. Careful.
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Is this
All
the
right.
gal?
Is this her?
No,
No,
let's
no.
go.
So
Okay.
my body count is 500, and it got me thinking, what is the average person's? Like,
I'd be right up there with you, girl, except my dad kept saying this stupid phrase throughout my childhood. It was so redundant. What was it? Oh, I love you.
I have
Well,
a question. How much
Sense of humor.
if, going on with Thor? Not that you
Feel
guys
okay
don't
with
agree,
this,
but it's all attention and all that. Do you think
Yeah.
there might be a chain reaction event where other girls are going to see all the attention this gal's getting and will either fake it or do copycat kind of shit?
Yeah.
Well, she's copying Nala. She's doing
Yeah.
the same thing Nala did. You know, same thing.
Oh,
Well, they-
Nala, the redhead monster. That
Yeah, but
Yeah.
did Nala do
yeah,
100 dicks
yeah.
at a time?
They'll figure out
Did
some
this
kind
one?
of iteration
Yeah,
to do something
yeah. This
crazy.
one totally did, Ryan. That,
like
that's her
well,
claim.
no, it's a real question because I've seen like tons. It's like, remember when Jack Murphy ran into his nonsense and then all of a sudden like 500 dudes were watching hours of gay porn for research? I've watched 500 people watch that video of her crying. Not a single person has talked about the video of her sucking
Check the
dicks or
private
whatever.
chat.
Oh, there's
Oh,
one of
found
them?
it.
Okay, so one guy had a video of sucking dicks.
Yeah. Jack
But it's like,
researched
what
that
part
for
is
us.
the porn and what
Yeah.
part is the behind the scenes? Because it sounds like her crying about being a whore is what everybody's getting off on and jerking off
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
which is
that's
kind of
what-
sicker in a way. It's like, it's more dystopian. Like just watching porn, at least that makes sense. Porn's good. I like sex. Sex is good. I'll watch it. But like, I want to watch a girl have sex and then lose her mind and then cry and ruin her life. Yeah, give me more of that shit. Yeah, for Jesus.
Yeah.
Hello,
I wanna hear
Michael,
from
my old
that.
friend.
Yeah.
I would pay for a phone call with her dad, like an audio of just a full phone call with her dad. I would literally pay for that.
Oh man, with her mom.
You
With
know,
her
Dad's
mom.
not in the
No,
picture.
her mom
though.
runs the thing. Her mom's
Yeah.
her manager.
No.
Yeah.
Well, see, then that's even more so that this is all fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's no consideration about family or psychology. I would say, have you ever? I mean, you got a lot of you guys were in the military. I wasn't, but I got a buddy like Stone Cold Killer. He could kill all day, right? And
Jesus.
some guys could do it. You know, he enjoyed going
Roman
to war.
McClay.
He enjoyed killing people. Are there some people who are so mercenary and Machiavellian they could just shut off? Like, this is your daughter. Apparently, you don't care because you can make the money. The daughter don't care because there's 100 dicks inside of her. And I think that these people probably have such a personality and a wiring of the mind that they're doing this, and I think they're actually perfectly fine. And then the rest of it is all like Nala. You could say, "Oh, that girl's fucked in the head." Is she really, or is she just very cunning?
No,
Very
yeah, she admitted it.
You know,
funny.
I was talking with Eric Everhart about this. I don't know if you guys know who Eric is. Eric's another porn star in the business, probably one of the most well-known guys. But
Yeah.
he and I chat every once in a while, and I was asking him about that. I said, "Hey, like, what's up with these chicks that get into porn? Like, are they all fucked up in the head?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, they all have some kind of issue." And I go, "Was it different for guys? Like, are guys are just into it for sex?" He goes, "No, almost all of us have our own fucking issues." You know, like he said, he's like, "You don't get into this business without having some kind of backstory that's not pleasant." You know,
Real quick, Cappy, is that a Shure mic?
yes.
Explain something to you, Jack. Just because I'm quarter Jewish, does it look? Let me explain something about the Jewish people, okay? They're not looking for the cheapest, shittiest product. All right, they're looking for a good deal to maximize their standards of living. Asians do this too. You're like, oh my God, look at how they're researching the product and they're spending their money wisely. Yes, I dropped the good money on a good mic because the old mic broke and I didn't want to fuck around. And
Oh,
after
it
some
broke.
research, I made a wise investment, Jack.
It just looks so. I mean, it just looks so. I'm used to the Blue Yeti, you know.
Well, that
It's-
broke.
Yeah.
No,
Just
The
put the
issue,
blue
you didn't
rubber band
upgrade
around
You
it.
didn't upgrade, it broke. You probably needed a $500 write-off for the end of the year, and you're like, damn it,
Hey, I already started on my taxes, Ryan. I'm going to send you a picture of my receipts, but I did it a month ago, so I have to
Dude,
wait
you
for
could
December
do
to
like
finish.
no write-offs for your taxes and still come out better than like us in Canada.
Well,
but
that's-
you
It's
talking
yes.
about minimalism now. It's just, with the Yeti, I believe it, but-
Anyway, back to girls taking dicks managed by their mother. I think I would have to. Paul, your porn star. This is again. Wish we had Sterling here. I would agree that most people do have some issue wrong if you're going into that field. But have you guys not ever met someone who could just turn it off and operate? And I would argue this is now
yeah.
she's fucked up. I agree. This gal's fucked in the head in one way or another. But there is no way that this is challenging to her aside from the work and the logistics. This was not a mental thing. It's all an act. And the real issue we got to point out, or the real lesson we got to learn from this, is that nobody should be paying attention to this. Like I made it, I said, I don't, when the redheaded beast was doing the popular thing, and everyone, oh my God, Cappy, Christian, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Stop giving these people oxygen. And I would say going forward, you got to be able to identify, like, have you noticed how you'll get these videos on whether it's TikTok or YouTube, and it always captures some amazing shit. And I always ask, why is there a camera there before this gal lost her shit? And it's really in focus and it's perfectly edited. Like, why is there a camera at that moment in time?
That's because it's a documentary. They're filming a documentary about her 100 dick challenge.
So
no,
that's
I'm
what
not
the
talking
kids
to her.
call
I'm
it, a
talking.
documentary.
He's talking about
I'm
all the
talking
situations.
all of the internet.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
For example, these videos where watch this guy drive away from his date. And I'm like, well, who's the third person filming this shit? Right?
Well,
the girl like starts acting zippy and all that. And he says, okay, cool.
It's because it's become all performative. I mean, look
It
at
is
they're using,
exactly.
Yeah, and they're using it for their therapist, and it's become popular. And John Fitch puts it up there just right. It's fake and gay, everything on the internet.
Right. So what I wouldn't even pay attention to this. The fact that if this is consuming so much of the global psychology, not just the American psych, but the global. Oh my God, look at the da-da-da. Guys, stop reading the British tabloids. This isn't Bat Boy. This isn't fucking real. Go and do something else.
Stop eating McDonald's. Meanwhile,
eating-
McDonald's
yes.
has $18 billion this year. Like, I'm with you. And for the audience, you absolutely shouldn't. Like this, we're wasting 2 hours of your time just talking about it. I fully admit that, but I got books to sell.
But it's
so fuck you.
fun.
Hey, Saturday
But I
morning
like-
I'll talk
cartoon.
like
about
pies.
the 100-headed cock whore all day if it sells 2 more copies. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. We're honest about it. We're not lying to you. We're not saying, can you believe this hooker? She has a heart of gold. She feels bad. You can save her, but jerk off to her crying. You notice that too? She never started crying until the camera did a zoom in, like almost on cue. It's like, I get
And then
it.
the putz boy millennials, like they're acting all sad. Oh yeah, we should have reconsidered our choices.
worst
Shut the
part-
fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
This might be an interesting thing.
But they're
The,
selling a story.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
sorry, go,
are.
Jack.
Oh no! Apologies, I was interrupting you guys a bit. However,
Bitch.
oh, eat a dick. However, did you see the trad response? Did you see what was the latest one? What's his name?
Walsh.
Russell Brand. No,
Michael
Russell Brand
Knowles.
was the latest one. God loves Lily. They're all praying for Lily, and Lily is gonna suck this up, pun intended, so much when she's gonna go on whatever Daily Wire, the other one. There's another.
She's
one.
already been on Fresh and Fit and Pearl Show.
See, that was the next
Oh.
two moves. And the next one is to acquire a
Last year
relatively-
she was on both those shows.
She's gonna pivot. She's
Yeah.
gonna pivot
She's
to,
gonna-
to
Christianity.
religion.
She'll
Yeah.
pivot to religion, and she'll
She's already
acquire a
lubing
man.
them up. She's
Well,
already lubing them up.
don't all women do this? It's normal. Like this is nothing crazy or new.
No, that's
New
true.
trend.
She's doing
It's a new
exactly
fad.
what she's supposed to. Like she is doing exactly what she's supposed to. Getting hers and winning. And
Well-
as a guy, you can be mad all day, but she's gonna win. She's gonna
It's
win.
like
She
reality
won
TV,
already.
I'm
dude.
mad about
It's
it.
absolutely like reality TV, though. You notice that, though? Like, every time there's always, like, certain archetypes of people. It's because the guys who really are good at this is the editors. They edit people, like, to make him look like the fuckboy, to make her look like this. Everybody kind of knows these archetypes well enough that she knows the beats that she has to hit. It's no different than an actress in Hollywood or that. It's just... It reminds me of when I was on ship. There was a period where we had porn on every day, and it was like a wonderful time, but not for what you think. Like everybody's like, you can't watch porn, and you're like, it's not porn, and it's a documentary. So there was the porn set, and they're filming it, but the cameraman was filming the cameraman filming the porn, and I guess that degree of separation had, oh, okay, so this is fine then, and it was like there. But that's kind of what we got now. If this was a scripted thing and she was an actress doing a part, everybody would know it's fake. But now you have that degree of separation. We're filming a documentary of this, and it's a real girl doing real stuff. It's that plausible deniability. It's the reality TV is like, oh, it's like influencers. They're real opinions, like they're fake too. But that's what you're selling. You're selling that degree of separation from this, because otherwise it's just you're a dude watching a chick take 100 dicks and you feel real guilty about it. But now, oh, you're a dude. This is what they're selling. You're a dude watching a girl break her life apart. Isn't it heartwarming? Like, it's like every BuzzFeed thing, right? 10 reasons why this girl makes you sad. And you're like, oh, you feel strong. As long as you feel strong too. It's not even, oh, I hate her. It's, oh, I love her. I hope she makes it. It's just, as long as you're feeling something strong, you're there watching. And we can say, just don't watch it. But like, everybody is. And we can not watch it, but you're in the minority. And most people will watch it because their lives are fucking boring. And this is the best of what's available right now because Hollywood can't make shit. You can't make 17 Top Guns every year. So you got to watch this.
Can I point out something on top of Ryan's observation?
Please.
There is the erroneous assumption that girls are just these twigs in a raging river and they have no agency and they can't help it and they need the strong leadership of Christian men. And have you guys, this is an extreme example, but we could also throw a Nala there. But what I think you're witnessing, especially when it comes to female influencers, even those on TikTok, like Coco Butte. Do you guys know that one? She talked with the blah, 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 Eastern European accent. And
crying, crying. Yeah.
Well, she was crying recently because she said her eggs weren't good or something like that. My overall point is, with all of these, you have to realize how clever and intelligent these women are. Now, maybe there is a handler or an agent saying, oh, you know what's going to be really controversial? Do this. But I think what you see on most of the TikTok girls, they're all good looking, they're all pretty, and they know they get the clicks. This is done consciously, intelligently, and by design.
I agree.
And I would say the vast majority of women maybe do not have this level of sinister intelligence, but these girls do. And this is a good way to make money, get traffic, monetize their looks. It's a whole new level of chess. Whereas I'm the cute girl with cleavage and I'm in a cute outfit. Oh my God, makeup. But to go to this other level, look at this controversial shit. It takes a level of intelligence to do that. And what I'm afraid of, and again, I'm going on the other side now, is you can't let these charlatans and actors color your opinion of the rest of the women out there. Don't worry, there's some legitimate criticisms to be laid across womankind in general. But this shit is, what would the word be? It's cancerous. It's horrible. It's toxic and it's not accurate. And we got to get we are already ahead of this. We got to get it out there to our listeners, at least, and other people, to realize this is all fake and gay. And this is not how, and just to really, this is the modern day tabloids. Leave it at the grocery store checkout aisle and go pick yourself up an issue of the 1990s Economist instead.
Do you guys think that this type of activity and it getting that much attention actually encourages women to go out and be
absolutely
more whorish?
Yeah. I mean, they can
how many
see
got
when their eggs
TikTok
are getting old.
Tourette's?
They can see when their eggs are getting old or they've been boiled. What do you do with boiled eggs after they've been sitting around too long? Well, you make egg salad so you can have sandwiches, right? That's what they're doing. So
I'm already a whore. I could be a rich whore.
Thor's wisdom. You know what it is? I think in terms of like guys being mad that women are gonna win and all that stuff, there's two camps where it's like you have a revenge fantasy, don't look into it, get over it, women will win. And then on the other side, it's just like you will get your revenge fantasy. It's just you won't like it. And to me, the way I see it is that if girls start doing this, right, you're going to get you just have to be on the winning side of whatever phenomenon. That's all your job as a man, is just to get yours and to move on. The only men that will suffer from this and like rack their brain and try to do everything they can to stop women in their own life or on Twitter or whatever arbitrary way is the men that aren't selfish, right? Men that are just like, hey, how do I women are becoming slutty. What does that mean? That means the cost of my commitment is going to be higher, meaning I can enjoy women for what they are. I don't have to like, ask a father for her hand in marriage or something like that, right? It's really that simple. But the thing is, guys aren't selfish, so they feel like there's some responsibility to women to like shame them. And I'm like, no, dude, this isn't your problem at all. Zero, nothing. This has nothing to do with you. And even if women start doing this stuff, realize that as you gain experience with women, you're going to realize it's not the body count that stops. It's not the trauma that stops women from being hoes most of the time. It's like it's just venereal diseases. It's, hey, her father found out. It's, hey, she found the guy she liked, or all those things, right? Women have consequences to their actions. The thing is, they're not going to tell you when they face them because they're embarrassed. And as a guy, you'll never know. So just move on.
That's a very good point, Nuke. I actually am very conspiratorial because having known that this is, or at least let's make the assumption this is all fake, I believe the Christian right actually encourages this and wants this to happen. You can listen to their TikToks just as well. When they have a target like this, it goes crazy.
Because it's a marketing coup.
It is. And they want to convert these gals because a certain percentage, I'd like to see the actuaries on this, Cappy. The girls that get converted and now marry the pastor, and it's all good. How much do they bring to the church?
You have gone up in my, you were already, let me explain, Thor. You were already a pretty cool guy I looked up to, but your cynicism, even because that's exactly where I was going. I'm like, nope, they just want to get pussy. That's it. This has nothing to do with God or Jesus or anything like. They wanted to get girls in there for marketing, get butts in the seat, and then for pussy. I got a little tear welling up here, Thor. I'm very, very happy.
You got to collaborate on something.
Conversion, though, because think about how many Christian guys go to prisons to get guys on death row to convert, or if they have to go on a missionary, where do they go? Do they go to like cheap ass Africa? So like, why wouldn't you try and hook up the whores with Jesus? Granted,
whores for Jesus.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? They always go to the downtrodden. Nobody ever goes to like Costco.
There's a new challenge. 304s for Jesus.
Isn't that the phrase though? Give me your downtrodden, your weak and your weary, or whatever. Like, of course, they're desperate.
There's no atheists and foxholes. Yeah, foxholes.
But let's also be to loop this in, because it's going to be an associated variable. You are going to have fake Christians who also use that for clout. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Rachel or Andrew Wilson. Those are the most legit Christians. You might disagree with them on certain things, but they are authentic. They are actual, real Christians.
I got yelled at by Andrew last night. He's great.
But
John Constantine in disguise.
You've been baptized anyway. But their authenticity is not in question. Is Michael Knowles Christian?
Allegedly.
He claims to be.
Okay, see, no, he's a whore. All right, because I've yet to see him not capitalize on this shit. So there are many brands or groups that are ostensibly brand X, but they're just using this as a marketing coup. For example, the Christian brand or the girl brand. And oh my God, it's sensational. Oh, you did this horrible. You did sex work. Okay. Oh, now the Christians could come in and loop on this. The entire time, it's not for women. It's not for sexual liberation. And sure the fuck is it for Christianity. All these influencers are using this to expand their channel and get clicks. So there's no God, there's no Jesus, there's no female sexuality, there's no feminism. This is all a big fucking stage and a big fucking theater. And people
Flavors
don't
of
know
pudding,
it.
but it's all pudding.
Yep.
Speaking of which, subscribe to this channel if you're here and you haven't. Make sure you like the video, retweet it, show it off to your friends, share it on social media.
Hey,
because we're just as shameless, but we're honest.
We're honest
about it.
Yeah.
Look at this.
No, like you guys joke, but there's a big thing. Like, we're not bullshitting the guys. Yeah, we're doing the same game because that's how the game is played. But we're at the very least letting you know, it's like, this is the game. It's like makeup, right? It works even if you know it's there.
Here's the other thing we're trying to prevent you guys from doing is imagine all the time and effort and energy. Let's say you're Bob Bobson and you're at the church and they bring in the redheaded monster for her baptism and the whole church is going ape shit and all that. Dude, you just wasted about an hour of your day watching this bullshit, right? When the actors start to infiltrate actual institutions, whether they're authentic or not, you're still wasting your time on this shit. To expand on the example, have you guys seen the Man Church where they're doing push-ups and it's got a female pastor and all that shit? Christ is not there. You guys are wasting your time with artificial fabricated institutions. And so and also more so, that's just individual in person. You guys don't have time to watch this train wreck on the internet. You don't. Go do literally anything else. Go to the gym, listen to a documentary, anything else, but you got to turn away. In other words, it's a fake train wreck. If you could believe, that's how bad this shit is. It's not just a train wreck where there are actually people. No, they're faking a train wreck. So and it's going to put you in a foul mood. It's going to affect your mentality, watching fake gore, fake drama, fake shit. It's toxic. This is the toxic shit. So just swearing off this shit and being able to identify it early on, that's going to dramatically improve your lives and your mentality.
Well, plus being more interesting in general, having better goals, more things, like busy. Like I'm busy, so I have no interest in watching it. I think it's the same thing there. If you have something better to do with your life, you're not bored and you don't have the need for this stuff. So I think that's like, it's in that sense, it's more of a symptom than a cause. People are bored. People are earning just enough to get by. They're earning just enough to get things done. But they got a malaise, or they got big malaise, and you guys have all felt it. That everybody's bored. Everybody loves the girl like flicking TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that stuff. That's all just staving off boredom. It's not cultural enrichment. It's not entertainment. All of this.
Not Hawaiian shirts.
And so to fix it, like I disagree with Cappy. And thank you. I agree with Cappy in this way. Just saying, don't watch this. It's rotting your brain. Doesn't really address the problem. Having gainful employment and like a vision for what you want in your future to the point where you're too busy to have interest in this, I think is. But that's hard. That looks like dresses in coveralls and that looks like work, you know? But
yeah,
you can't fix people.
A lot of people will make excuses like, I can't do this. I can't possibly do a side hustle. I can't possibly go to the gym because they're stuck with time sucks like TikTok and this porn girl stuff. Yeah. And they're wasting their lives away when they could be actually doing stuff that they need to do.
We're wasting our time now.
Watching the girl crying, just watch her sucking the dicks. At least that's honest.
Yeah. So Paul, I think you told the story that like your son used to watch a certain YouTube channel that like would create or build stuff, and then you told him like, hey, instead of watching it, why don't you do it yourself? Like try making your own channel or doing whatever, right? I think that's the issue here. I think too many people are living vicariously through other people online. Like I just said that, you know, Sydney Sweeney isn't as hot without makeup as she is with makeup. And I'm literally going to be on the news any day now. I'm on Barstool right now. And all I'm saying is just like people are living through celebrities, they're living through Twitch streamers, they're living through even through Rollo, through other red pill content creators. And I'm just like, at what point do people realize like, hey, maybe I got to make my own thing, my own YouTube channel, write my own book, write my own, create something for myself? Because I think that's the only way out. The lack of creativity and drive for people to create something for themselves and be proud of it, I think is what's driving this vicarious living through porn stars, conservatives, what have you. And I for me, I posted the other day, like there's always gonna be a shameless class of people in society. The snake oil salesman has always been around. Nietzsche said it. It's always been around. Like the Tiffany Fongs of the world, the Lily Phillips, the Nalas, the Jack Murphy. There's always gonna be shameless people. You're mad at them because you haven't done anything yourself. You're not honest with yourself. You want to create something, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could just be like learning a piece on piano, or maybe writing a short story or something. Do something. You're going to realize like that it's going to go away. Your interest in other people's failures or shamelessness is going to go away, and you're going to be happy because you created something yourself. I think that's really the solution to this is just create something yourself and realize how stupid and how clout hungry other people are to make up for the lack of talent.
I'll add to this that you're going to improve your mental health too. Whether you're looking at a real train wreck or a fake train wreck, stop looking at train wrecks. Like go out.
Didn't
and
you
do
talk
something.
about this in your book, Cappy, about like you have to create stuff yourself? Which book was it? It was like the ending of a book.
That doesn't nail it down.
Yeah, isn't that like every book that he's ever
Yeah,
done?
Yeah, like 30
consumptive
books out,
versus
yeah.
consumer versus producer. I think was that something to the effect. of
Producer
Yeah,
versus
something like that.
parasite,
Can
maybe.
you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Like the only means you have to stay relevant is take 100 dicks. I mean, really, that's what you need to do to stay relevant. Ryan just released his 4th book, or is the
Yes.
5th?
That son of a bitch has 4 books. Yeah.
4. I mean, he created something. He's out there. He's doing his thing. I mean, my Substack keeps growing every week. I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, Paul's hosting Rule Zero this week. Nuke has Chat Aesthetics. Cappy has more books than the Library of Alexandria, as is stated. But make something of yourself worth looking back on. I mean, what has this girl done? Like, I made my dent in the universe by what? Taking 100 dicks at the same time? And you didn't
Sure,
have to
maybe
at the
she
same
did.
time. But this will fade because we had Nala, now we have Lily, and next time we'll have Tiffany or name another name.
John Anthony.
John Anthony. We'll have Jack Murphy
Napier.
again.
How dare you
Jack
guys forget
Napier.
about the 1,300 dicks he took?
Oh,
You guys, no love of history.
Can you imagine? He took 1,300 and we forgot about him. This is
Yeah.
nothing.
So
This is
could
absolutely
we
nothing.
summarize it?
And yes, then you
Don't,
can
Go big or
don't
go home.
You have a choice in your life. You could either serve as a warning to others or lead by example. Where someone says, "Oh man, let's say Nuke became a used car salesman, but he was honest and ethical, and he built up a dealership empire." Say, "Wow, look at that! Nuke became a member of society and employed a lot of people, and he sold honest cars." That they like, oh, there's someone you should aspire to become. Whereas other people like, yeah, my God, did you see this person faking it or not? You don't want to become this person. This is a warning to others. I think if you go down the path of producing something of value, not only are you healthier, but that's your reputation. That's your legacy. You will die. Do you remember that guy who was a good father and a great husband, and he built that house? That was a great guy. That we really like. That's someone you should aspire to.
Well, even building a table, like
Yeah.
like the reason, like people watch videos of people building stuff that they're not even interested in. I saw a whole video about a guy building furniture the other day, and it was really exciting. I was like, wow, I was really invested, and I'm like, could I do this? And that's the thing about, you have to ask yourself, like, you need to create, and if you don't, you're going to be watching people that are living their dreams. Lily Phillips is living her dream. This is her dream. No matter how goofy it sounds, this is her dream. Are you living yours? Are you creating something? Are you writing something? Are you doing something? Right? It could be like a dinner party. Like, hey, I'm going to plan a dinner party for 20 friends. See if I can do it. See if I can pull it off. I will look up 5 recipes. I'll get people to help. And I promise you, the dopamine you get from just doing something as a man, anything,
Amen,
will be better than watching a girl cry, even though it is interesting. But remember,
Nuke, you goofy bastard. You know what I have in my head right now? I have a
What?
picture of some like 80s montage of a chick taking dicks with Highway to the Danger Zone blasting in the background. Living her dream, the aviator shades are on.
I'll be your wingman.
But it's true.
Yeah.
She's living her dream. There's guys that are trying to appeal to her sense of morality, like, this is wrong. I'm like, no, she's doing the right thing. She's going after what she wants, and you need to create what you want.
Here's the point.
How
You guys,
true you are. You don't know how right you are. I have a friend, I run with her periodically, and she's an interesting chick, man. She's always thinking of like, hey, I'm going to start selling underwear. I'm going to start selling feet pics. I'm going to start doing this as a side hustle. I'm like, why though? Well, the other day she's got a new boyfriend. She's fucking some dude or some lady's husband, and now she's got this big plan of going on OnlyFans and doing sex content online. I go, you don't have to do that. You could just get online and talk about red pill content, like as a woman, and then guys would be throwing super chats at you, just because, oh, look, it's a woman who finally gets us. You don't even have to take your clothes off. And she goes, yeah, but I like fucking. Like,
God bless her.
Yeah, that's her dream. That's what
Yeah.
she wants to do.
I'll tell you this, guys. You guys know Ric Flair? Obviously, I mean, you obviously know.
Obviously,
him.
yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Woo.
Ric Flair had this wonderful interview, which I think sums up exactly what's going on here. They asked Ric Flair, like, what was your job in the 70s and that? My job, according to Ric Flair, my job was to go to your regional wrestling circuit, take your most popular wrestler, wrestle him for an hour, and then lose. That's what we got right now. It's just heels. It's pro wrestling. She's out there styling and profiling, giving out the woo, talking about spending more on spilt liquor, goes to the wrestling match, loses to Hulk Hogan, which is whatever moral, but you get to be Hulk Hogan, right? I yelled at her. That's WrestleMania. Yeah. She just goes there, wrestles for an hour and loses. It's heel work. It's really good heel work too, because everybody fucking hates her. I don't even know what she looks like. If you showed me a picture of some other girl like Michaela Peterson, I wouldn't know which one we were talking about unless you told me.
Destiny 2.0.
But she is, man. She is Ric Flair for chicks. And all the Christians get to be, so I get to be Hulk Hogan. It's like, yeah, you can be Hulk Hogan for a day, and the audience gets to be Hulk Hogan. Who doesn't want to be Hulk Hogan?
Hell yeah, brother.
Well, yeah.
How is she any different than the only difference between her and Andrew Tate is whether she took money for the dicks or she took money to have dinner with them in the war room. That's the only difference between them. Tate's doing the same thing. He videotaped while he was doing push-ups in prison. He made up a prison scene to show what it was like in Romanian prison, and guys were eating that shit up too.
What could I point something out? Going back to the authentic versus the inauthentic, and
no, Cappy, Ryan doesn't actually live in Hawaii.
Hush. God damn it, Jack! You made me lose my train of thought. Now I got to think. Where's the last stop for inauthentic theatrics on the internet?
Jail.
Because, well, think about my mind is coming to Destiny. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think he is long for this world, because if you make this your life and this, or you take 100 dicks or whatever, like it's all, you're always on all the time, making the pivot, going into the newest and latest and greatest thing. I don't know if you guys know Alyssa Mercante. She's not really a journalist, but just sucks up the attention on the internet. Down the road, these people, I mean, how many, going back to Ryan's example, Ryan, how many of these wrestlers died because of drug overdoses? I mean, how common was it to have drug
it's more
addiction?
dangerous than being a porn star.
Yeah.
There's sites that just show you how many of these guys died and what and when and where. Dino Bravo got a mafia hit on him. Owen Hart got the Wolverine himself, Benoit. Scott Hall drank himself to death. The Ultimate Warrior heart attack. Macho Man heart attack.
Owen Hart died from an accident, though. Like Owen Hart died.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't so much. It was an accident, but it was kind of like you kind of saw that accident coming.
Well, my point is for the audience is, okay, fine. It's sensational now. And this girl's living her dream and she's getting all the attention. Let's say 25 years go by. I want to see Nala girl. I want to see this girl 20 years from now. If they're alive, I want to see Destiny 20 years from now.
Like a punched out boxer with Parkinson's kind of thing.
Well, no, not even a boxing. That makes sense. I think these people, they're so desperate for money and attention and fame, yet are so afraid of real work that they're willing to essentially sacrifice their mental health to get this. Now, like I said, some could be truly mercenary and they're perfectly fine with it. But, this gal's mom, who's the manager, whose idea this was, are they saving money? Like, are there sound financial money saying, this 100 dicks in your who? We better be saving the money on this and throwing it into an S&P 500 index fund. I don't see it. I think
there's tons of examples of this, though. The boxer one is great. Mayweather, absolutely a mercenary boxer. Muhammad Ali, drunk, punched out, Parkinson's. Like you said, I mean, like those examples happen. And yeah, you're like, well, that I understand it there. You understand it here too. The mental hardship here will have its toll. There'll be a punched out boxer. Shirley Temple's parents, Macaulay Culkin's parents. Like there's tons of examples of entertainment of people who like fame above all else and what happens to them. There used to be a show, VH1, Behind the Music. You guys remember that?
No.
Oh yeah, VH1 used to show it. It was always the same thing. He was on top of the world. Axl Rose, and then something happened. Dun dun dun. And oh my God, and then you get the sad music, you find their thing, and then you see them later on all fucked up in the face, like, yeah, I want one more tour. There's gonna be some like the 101st Dick, like episode 2, 10 years from now, like the reboot of this. This is where she finally meets the dick of her dreams. We're calling him 101.
Right. But there's
tons of examples of this. We've spit people out and chewed them up constantly for hundreds of years in entertainment.
So there was a porn star chick, I think 15, 20 years ago, Belladonna or something like that. Same story. Like her mom became her manager because her mom's like, I'm trying to be there to support her. But it's like, that chick was like, she was taking, she was getting like DP'd all the time in front of her mom and all this kind of stuff. And her mom's like, I'm just really just trying to support her.
Like usually there's historical examples. I haven't done research into Belladonna. I haven't looked up why Cagney Lynn Carter decided to start a shotgun. But I guarantee you, if you're the kind of person who's curious about it, we could just do a deep dive into the historical examples of parental, whatever the fuck you want to call this situation, and you'll see them in Hollywood. In music.
At the end, we don't have to do a study because we know where it ends up, and that's where I would be again pointing out to the audience. Take for example a more benign, not as volatile example. But do you guys remember those cooking shows where you can't, they go on the cooking show, dude?
What's her name?
Well, it doesn't matter whether it's Gordon Ramsay.
Bam!
All the people who got their 15 minutes of fame, where are they? All the people who are on the Jerry Springer show, where are they? Show me someone who's going to have a piss poor, miserable life. There it is, because they got their 15 minutes of fame and over. This might be an hour and a half of fame, right? But down the road, these people, I think, because we have a new generation of kayfabe theater actors, and they're influencers and they're on the internet now. We're not going to know the effects until 20, 25 years from now. But I guarantee you, using previous examples before, these people, I predict there's going to be some self-deletion because you can't do this.
Did anyone notice he had to think how to pronounce kayfabe? Because
I had to
ruined it the last time.
I'm going to go with
kayfabe. I think you're right, but like not in the way you think. I think what causes these people like porn stars or whatever to like off themselves is not the sex, right? I know that's crazy, right? It's like their family asking them for money. I think the interviews I've seen with like Riley Reid or whatever porn star, it's just like they always mention that their family keeps asking them for money, but won't invite them to Christmas or anything like that, right? Or something. It's also like they have abusive boyfriends. I think that also causes chicks to, take that path. And I think also it's just like the lack of relevancy. Like imagine you go from like getting invited to like parties and doing all the most expensive drugs and all that stuff to like now you have to be like Cagney Lynn Carter and work at a gym in the middle of nowhere. Like that's not easy for a person. We're addicted to fame. That's just how humans are and status. So like going from point A to point B, I think the real success of a porn career for a woman is just the way she exits, because porn sells itself, but what are you going to do after you get out? And that's like, I don't think, like, for example, Lisa Sparks got her world record and just got out the game. And it's just like, okay, I win. There's nothing else to do. Like I won. And then, now this girl, she's not successful yet. It's how she leaves the game. And she will eventually probably have to leave the game. How she does it, I think, surmise, like that is the how you rationalize this. But I will say though, I don't think it's the sex. I think it's the creepy people that you work with. I think it's the boyfriends. I think it's the people asking you for money. I think it's people that are clout chasing you all the time and not treating you like a human being because the profession. I think that's what causes these girls to like the ultimate solution.
I can see that. Yeah, dude, I can imagine that. Like, you already, like, the dick, the sex, the whatever, you can compartmentalize it, silos it for sure, but then, yeah, having your dad be like, hey, can I borrow some of that dick money? And then he starts,
causes him to go cuckoo because, I mean, go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, even Clary talked about all the time, those guys that either they win the lottery, you've had a bunch of stories over the years, they win the lottery, they get a windfall, they become famous, and all of a sudden the cousin that they never really talked to comes out of the woodwork and he asks for crack money and stuff. Where people start getting very angry at their family, and that removal of their like social, what's the word I'm looking for? Their like social network. The fact that it all turns mercenary on them. They're now a resource as opposed to a human being. I could see that being
right. So the other day, like a couple years ago, I
get that camera
at my at LA Fitness, I was seeing this girl that kept getting approached by like older men at the gym. And I'm like, who is this chick? She was this little 5'1" little Asian chick, but she was like she was very serious about fitness. One day the gym was empty and we were both doing row machines. And I mean, the gym was empty. I had to strike up a conversation. It would be weird if I didn't. So I talked to her, did a little bit of flirting. She like laughed a little bit, but she was like kind of in a rush. Didn't get her number. I regret that. But later on, I saw her on the LA Fitness like tag people page, and I went on her Instagram profile, mainstream porn star. And I'm like, she has to go to the gym every day, and she has people coming up to her going like, "Yeah, I jerked off to you. I'm a big fan." I'm like, I don't think it's the sex, right? Because during that, it's the dopamine. Something has to happen where it makes it feel good, but it's the aftermath where you're just trying to get a set in, right? You're just trying to work out, and this old creepy dude comes up to you and says, "I'm a big fan. I know I've seen you somewhere." I think that's what drives the woman crazy.
Drives them crazy, or that's their motivation? That's the
Both.
question I have.
Yeah,
It's like,
but you want
both.
attention from like guys like Jack Napier. You don't want attention like from guys that are
Well,
creepy and
then
old.
stop taking 100 dicks.
Well, they have to get your attention. What else are they gonna do?
Not mine. Well, for
Be
this
nice?
show, maybe, but
Go to Netherlands?
yeah,
We do that.
let's be nice. Bring me dino nuggets. The last one forgot them, and feed me things like
Oh,
that.
she forgot the dino nuggets.
I know.
I hope
right?
you drop that bitch.
She started.
Yeah,
she
I'm
started
with
working
Nuke and
out
the
with
Dick
a
Girl on this,
guy.
Jack. I don't want somebody walking up to me and it's like, "Hey, I saw you on Rule Zero." Wham! And I don't like that shit at all.
Carl was right. Carl was right. Carl
I
was
got
like,
recognized
"Hey,
twice, and both
You?
times I fucking hated it. Yes, first time I got a text from a friend. "Why are you on a podcast with Rolo Tomasi?" I had a fucking panic attack at 10 at night. Second time I'm at a grocery store, some guy walks up. It's like, "I know you hate," because he's heard my rants about it. It's like, "I know you hate this. I just wanted to say thanks." I look over, my girl's there, and I'm here. I'm like, "Fuck, thanks," and I just left. I didn't buy the corn.
Remember,
There's
Carl?
nothing more terrifying. I got noticed across the street from where I live, and the
Oh.
guy's cool. The guy's super cool. He was just smoking a cigarette outside of like a bar, and he was just like, "Dude," and he said my name, and it's like your heart sinks. You're just like,
Yeah.
shit.
Luckily, I never had that.
Yeah.
So
I
far.
almost picked up my dog.
Jack and I,
like,
we're
picked up
not
my
as
dog and
big
ran
as you
away.
guys.
It's not.
Well, I mean, the Dutch
not
don't really care
bragging.
about this. The Dutch
This is
don't
not
care
a good
about
Like
it.
we get it. You guys are fucking famous. Like it's amazing.
Internet
Well,
famous.
Carl- Cappy.
That's the
Carl-
worst
Cappy's on
part
the
is that
DHS list. Cappy, the whole government knows about you.
Yeah.
I'm very popular amongst the government. Yes.
No, but like it's even
That's right.
Carl used to say, like, I don't care that much about the anonymity, other than you guys are gonna walk up in the middle of a set and ruin it for me.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
what
worried
that's what
about.
messes with people. Like, yeah, some girls actually enjoy gangbangs. Turns out they like taking penis on camera.
Yeah.
The conservatives need to understand that they want this. They live for this. It's the other stuff that they're not ready for. Like, hey, like my mom wants to take most of my money after I did 100 dick soiree. Like
No, but
that's what
it's
fucks with
the
them.
child star grift with porn.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm actually
Like,
surprised there's no
Macaulay
influence or
Culkin,
Shirley
look at him.
Temple laws for this stuff. You figure there would be. Matt Walsh's kids, they definitely need a cut of that fuck trophy check.
Oh, it's
Porn chick
coming.
definitely. Yeah, it's coming. But I mean, we'll all be dead by the time it gets here. Shirley
Yeah.
Temple laws came out in the 1950s or something, wouldn't they? And she was doing her movies in like
Chesty probably had
1907.
because there already has been a lawsuit. Chesty probably knows about it, where it's like the kids, their whole life got documented, and then when the kids turn like 16, they're just like, either you stop it or we're suing our own parents. I think I got to look it up though. I saw it. I'm like, this is the next big thing. It's just a lot of kids that are now turning 18 are going to be like, hey, mom, people know who I am. I'm 18 and they saw my whole life. Like, this is illegal. First, it's going to be the kids that hate their parents. They're going to be like, I want to stick it to them by this lawsuit. And then eventually it's going to be a precedent. And then Went Walsh is going to have to figure something out.
somebody keep an eye on what's his name, Zach Smalls. Keep an eye out on him. It's like, oh,
Is he still around?
I think he is. And
Good for
what's
him.
the other?
Never give up.
I mean,
Tanner
you know,
Guzzi is the guy I'm worried about.
yeah,
We need
Tanner,
to check on him.
same thing. Where it's like, yeah, they keep posting their kids and look at me, I'm a family man and whatever, and then they get divorced. It's like, yeah, no, which sucks, by the way. But it's like your kids are out there. For guys complaining about kid diddlers a lot, they do tend to post their kids a little too often. It's like,
It reminds me of like, is a law for? I can't remember. You know, the guys that keep talking about what they would do in self-defense situations, and they're kind of like almost asking, like, come on, man, yell at me in the subway, I'm ready. And
Yeah.
you're kind of baiting it.
hey, the last guy who yelled at a guy in the subway, that kind of escalated. Don't want to
Well,
be
that's
that.
Well,
the
look at it this
emboldening
way.
part now. It's like guys are just in the subway, just standing around, like looking for a fight. It's like, fuck, relax. You don't have to bring trouble to your doorstep.
Nope.
But I mean, that's what they're doing now.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you
this-
want a lawsuit? You don't want a lawsuit, man. You want a
Yeah,
clean
this
record.
morning,
Yeah.
Morgan Ariel, like one of those girls that like to dox Rolo's daughter because they're
Again.
conservative or something,
Jesus.
whatever. I don't know. She just posted a DM where someone was sexually threatening her daughter. And I'm just like, you did this. It stops when you want it to stop. You use your kids as a part of your brand, and this is what you get. This is the internet. You are responsible.
Wait, but this same chick doxed Rolo's daughter? Jesus.
It's Morgan Ariel. Not that one, but like the same group of women that do that.
Oh,
It's
Isabella.
Oh, Isabella.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Cake Tits?
Yeah.
No. The one that was arguing with Kate, like Morgan Ariel. I forgot.
There's a second girl. How many of these?
There's-
But so they dox somebody else's family, and then they complain their family gets threatened.
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself. Seriously, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I like the way Nuke was thinking on this. You know, these girls are living their dream, but they don't understand the secret to living the dream.
Hey, nightmares and dreams too.
That's right. So they get to live the whole dream. They get to live the whole dream.
Navy phrase I've ever heard, Thor. That's like what we used to say in the Navy all the time.
Dude, stealth wealth is awesome. They need to find out a way to make stealth fame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to know what Tom Cruise does when he wants to go eat out at McDonald's or something. Like,
Probably
there's got to
wears
be a
makeup.
system. There's no way he just brings it to him.
I think
Like some kind of Mission Impossible mask to go have a hamburger one day.
I think when guys are crazy rich, they just call the restaurant and say, "Hey, shut down your restaurant for an hour," and they close it down for them. They do a private thing.
I'm just going to say Uber Eats, but no, that makes more sense. Shut it all down. And
Cappy, do you need to do that? You know, call Bucky.
no,
like, hey, I'm
no, I
coming in.
get recognized maybe twice a year, and it's cool. I'm not like Ryan where I hate my audience. You know, like, oh, you fuckers like me. Oh my god, no, I'm kidding.
Goddamn Democrats.
I get people coming up to me wanting to say
I'll tell
hi.
you what, that can be an ugly thing. I've been recognized twice in 2 different cities for writing my book, and I do not like it.
No,
Really?
No,
It's
I
scary.
mean, yeah, I
It's
did get recognized.
terrifying.
It was good
Jack-
interactions, but I didn't like the surprise nature of somebody going Thor, and I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Jack and I are
Yeah,
the
it's
only
the
ones that don't get
parasocial part of it.
recognized.
Like,
And
you
I
know
mean, for
nothing
me-
about them.
For me,
And they know
makes
everything
sense.
about
I'm in
you.
the Netherlands, you know. I don't have a Dutch audience, so I mean, you know.
Well, I'm
Let it bet
localized and I have,
tomorrow.
a unique look, so it's easy, you know. If you bought the book,
Nice.
you'd know. Yeah.
But
I'll
here,
have
Cappy, here's the big
Rolo
thing.
know
It's the
I do
information
go out to
asymmetry.
eat all the time.
Come on,
Yeah,
just
to
not with
Perkins.
each other.
It's the asymmetry. Like, I don't know what this person recognizes about me, Cappy. That's the other thing. Is it good? Is it bad? And
Yeah.
you'll eventually sort it out. But yeah, it's like in normal social situations, you walk up with either you're both knowing each other or neither one of you know each other. But
Correct.
to walk out when the person knows everything about you, like an assassin's dossier, it
Yeah.
builds that fight or flight shit in you. And it's,
No, I
it's
know. I
visceral.
mean,
You
I
can't
won't
not do
lie.
it.
I usually got a gun on me, so I'm like, okay, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always been positive. I haven't had anyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it always has
Oh,
been
those
positive.
are
That's true, but
positive.
that's
It's
not
just
the point.
uncomfortable if you've never been that way and you're, you're living the dream.
If a pit bull runs up to you super happy, sprinting at you, you're going to be a little stressed out until he starts licking you. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
It's still a pit
Yeah.
bull.
That's true.
Especially if you have a Shiba on with you, which is like their food, which
Yeah.
is pit bull food.
Pit
Yeah.
bull
You
food
guys,
is every other dog.
What do you guys say we hit these super chats and wrap this up? I think we
agree.
beat up this poor girl Lily. This poor girl.
Poor woman.
106 dicks now.
She gonna.
I'm not. Yeah, she's gonna make lots of money, but her like ex-boyfriend's gonna come out of the woodwork. Her mom's gonna want a bigger cut. She's screwed. Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna have to keep sucking lots of dicks because she has a lot of family that wants
What
her
did
money.
Ryan say last week about?
I said would, but I mean,
no,
whatever.
no, no,
Oh, yeah,
Ryan,
there's the
what did-
question, Paul. Ask that around the panel, too. Would or
What's
not?
that? Would you? Would?
Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
would or
guys.
not?
Would?
She's not
Wood with the camera off, though. Not like I don't want to be
Yeah.
recorded.
I want to wear one of those chemical suits and like.
Yeah.
Unless I get a cut, then
Yeah.
I'm like,
I was
okay,
gonna say,
well,
yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely I'm definitely wrapping that rascal if I'm hitting
Well,
that.
that's just common sense.
Being the 99th dick on that line. Holy cow.
Hey, Rolo,
Yeah.
Rolo, would you?
Nah, she's mid. He says.
Oh, she's mid.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. That's
Oh,
Every
whatever.
girl
No,
without
I'm
makeup
pulling
is
up the
mid.
slump buster defense that
Ah.
she's mid does not cut it.
She's so mid, bro. Yeah.
That's the new
You're
way
like
to
me
go
with Sydney
viral,
Sweeney.
isn't it, Nuke? It's the new way to
yeah.
go viral.
I've gotten more impressions in the last 36 hours than my whole time on Twitter.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun calling like relatively attractive women mid. It's just
I didn't
satisfying,
call her
you know?
mid. I didn't call her mid. I just said, hey, women are dishonest about their presentation online. You know, act accordingly. Like, don't expect her to look exactly like her pictures.
They're all
And
adjustable
that's it.
sevens, you know. They're
Yeah. And I literally put, I wouldn't mind her. I wouldn't mind if my future wife looked like this. This is pretty good. for America, this is like awesome. And people are like, no, I want to be mad. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for the Elon bucks. My mom's getting a new tablet. Tanashi's getting a new house. So great.
Well,
thanks.
until the community notes that, like when I did that with Scarlett Johansson, I got community notes, so I didn't get paid for that 8 million fucking retweet bullshit. I am very upset about that.
Wait, go ahead. Sorry,
I was gonna say let's do the super chat. Bob Bobson's custom tools for $5. Hold on, let me give him this one here.
Teddy's incoming.
This guy fucks. Am I right?
Not $5. He only gets the soundbite. He says, Aaron, your custom 40 crowbar is ready. Rubber handle and the compensator engraved as requested. Perfect for keeping your boyfriend and dog in line. Okay. I don't know what that means. You know what that means, Cappy?
No, I did have to use I did have to change the tires, so I did have to kind of use the crowbar there. FYI Bob with a $10 super chat. He does get the bouncing boobs. And I got a new bouncing boobs video, guys.
Oh,
I don't know
God,
if you
here
guys
we
want to
go.
see it. But it says, did anyone remember the old Howard Stern show of a porn star named Houston? Had 50 guys smashing her, also allowed Howard to squeeze her chest uncensored on YouTube. Well, good for Howard Stern. You get the thing because it was $10.
Thank you for the super chats. Boobies bouncing, can't stop that. From the east to the west, you are the best. Keep those chats coming in, let's do it all again.
Jack,
Your
do
super
you
chats
approve of
always
You don't like
provide.
naturals?
Do you like the new video, Jack? That's all I care about.
I just hate the fucking song.
It's the song you have a problem with. Okay. Because the last bouncing boob video, it was all.
Those are mostly fat chicks. These ones
Yeah.
are hot.
These ones are hot. Okay. I was like, all the
Sydney
guys at Beer
Thompson was
Club
in there, I
started
saw.
sending me more videos. They're like, you've got to use this chick. This is the chick. And I'm like, all right.
Damn.
Sydney Thomas is in there. I saw
Someone's
her.
gonna send you their wife. Watch. They're like, use my wife.
Use my wife in here. All right. Well, she's
Oh, is Sergio in the audience? Use my wife. I've got a wife.
Chuck the Painter with 5 was that euros? There's not a single week without some extreme shit going on. You know what? What about talking about what's going on in your lives, guys?
Which I gotta tell you about my fucking life. Are you crazy?
Boring. I walked my dog today.
I'm gonna give him this one.
Shame this horse.
Yeah. Shame.
I'm not sharing this shit. I got guys making references to shit I said 5 years ago in my chat. I don't trust you guys with that personal information. Fuck that.
And then we have
I
John-
saw you at the gas station. You looked pretty with that mouth. I'm like,
oh, that's
Did
creepy.
You hit him back.
You got
Thanks.
You got a real pretty mouth, boy. Johnny Trejo with a $9.99. He's going to get the thing. It's close enough. He says, I remember back in the late 90s, adult film star Houston did over 600 and think it was the Houston 600. Those were the days when adult film stars were professional.
Thank you for the super chats. Boobies bouncing, can't stop that. From the east to the west, you are the best. Keep those chats coming in, let's do it all again.
God bless their hearts, guys. Let's go around the panel and do some closing thoughts. And where can people find you online? What's that? Did I miss one?
Yeah.
Was there oh shit! Check sent another one. All right, €5. Crazy how fame before the age of photographs, TV, internet was just a name and an idea. Having an avatar online really twisted our idea of self. Yeah, now we're all famous here. Give them this one.
Respect the cock and tame the cunt.
Yeah. All right. Cappy. Cappy. Final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts. I will give you an anecdote. I had to paint a panel on my car because this panel bleaches out in the sun. And it's just a little panel. And I went on, I got a quote for $1,000 to have this professionally painted. And then the inner quarter Jew in me kicked in and I said, no. And I went online, found the exact paint I needed, the exact gloss, taught myself how to paint a car panel, and it came out like 98% perfect. There's some minor blemishes, but it's drastically better than it was before. I was very proud of that, and that has given me the greatest amount of joy this past week, looking at that finished product and like, wow, that came out good. I taught myself, I did it myself. that is going to be a better dopamine hit and more productive and helpful for you in the long run than watching real people fuck up their lives and woman did woman thing and now she fucked up dried eggs. And certainly better than watching a fake actress act like she's having a horrible time. Boo-hoo-hoo. You don't have time for this. Go do something productive and you're going to have a better life.
All right. Where can people find you online, Cappy?
Assholeconsulting.com or my new website, www.badtouchunclejack.com.
Nuke, final thoughts. Man.
There really isn't nothing sexual about this, even though it seems so. This is all theater, like Cappy was saying. Create something yourself, right? Like whatever you're passionate about, get into it. You only have one life. This stuff's fun, right? It's just a sensible chuckle and move on with your life. We have to talk about it because we're also heathens, like Ryan said. But yeah, that's it. I got nothing else to say.
All right. Where can people find you online, man?
You can find me on Twitter, although my Twitter right now is a dumpster fire. I don't know if you guys want to go in there right now, but I'll put the Substack link in the chat.
All right, sounds good. Thor!
Skull, you savages. Always use savage math when it comes to these things. Now, you can find me at becomedurable.com. There's a lot of free content there that you guys will appreciate. And I'm dropping in the chat right now a free chapter to my book, A Dominant Masculine Presence, that outlines the 7 skills of a dominant masculine presence and has a lot to do with identity and all of that sort of thing. And I'd make another recommendation too. Nuke has done a lot of reading on this stuff, and he mentioned it. And if you want to know the rules of the game, or at least a good portion of this that started over 100 years ago, read Nietzsche's book on Beyond Good and Evil. It would really kind of open your eyes on why some of this happens. But have a good one, you Saturday cartoon watching savages. Come see us on the Dragon Ship.
All right. Jack.
Hello. We're going to forget about her in a week. We're going to forget about her in a week. That's all I'll say. Because then
Think for yourself. I'm watching that video ASAP.
I died for your sins today, Nuke, and now you're going to rub it in my face. Oh, I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
No, we're going to forget about her in a week, maybe 2, because then a girl will be like, I'll take 1,001 dicks. It's like the 500-kilo deadlift, you know? Eddie Hall lifted 500 kilos, then Hofter Bjornsson was like, oh, do 501. And now nobody cares about 500 deadlift anymore. So, no, we're not going to see her. As we mentioned, go create your own thing. Speaking of which, last Substack article was released this morning. Please go check that out if you're interested. The last one is about empathy will kill your relationship. If you find that interesting, please let me know on Substack. Leave a like there and go follow. We just passed 900. Hoping to get 1,000 followers on Substack by the end of the year, but who knows? I'm already happy where we are now.
Sounds good. Ryan fucking Stone.
I've heard the rumors. They're all true. Every word of it. No, I got nothing. No, I got a lot, actually. Praxeology Volume 3 is out. Dude, #1 in journaling, which is great for the field report aspect of it. #1 in marriage and relationship health, which is great. The only thing we lost out on, I can't remember the third category, but Michelle Obama's book is slightly more popular right now, which sucks. But you guys, dude, you may like Michelle Obama, you may hate Michelle Obama, but we need to beat Michelle Obama. So grab a copy now. It's Reader's Digest for the male brain. I think you guys will love it. I have a link in here. Just ryanstone.com/field reports. It'll take you right to it. Grab your copy. It's on paperback. It's on Kindle. I'm working on the hardcovers now, and then probably in the new year, I'll get the audiobooks out. The Substack's still going strong. As you can tell, this is like the Praxeology 3 and 4, which is coming out in a couple months, are like, I've nothing left to say Red Pill. Like, I've said everything that I came here to say. It's good. And so I'm pivoting now to fiction stuff. So follow me on the Substack, and you're going to start to see, like, what do you do now that you know the Red Pill stuff? You got Red Pill. I don't want to watch a girl cry about 100 dicks. And it's like, why don't you have fun and watch fiction that's built for men like you who have their shit together? And it's the new story. I have it called The Dog Walker. You already see excerpts coming out. It's basically at the finishing point right now. So yeah, they said I had 4 books out, which is true, but I've also got 2 more that are basically one desktop publishing week away from being published too. Wow. So follow along in that. You're going to fucking love it. Oh, dude, you're going to love it. Plus, fuck Michelle Obama. Let's get it done. And then for finding, just go to ryanstone.com. I have everything there. You just have to click on the picture of the thing that you want. Everything I do is right there.
Like I get to the point where I'm like, I'm never going to catch up with this son of a bitch. He's got fucking, every time I'm like, okay, I'm almost at 3 books. And then fuck, drops 5 more books.
And good ones too. None of this, like, I'm not just like fucking churning it out. This is good shit.
No, this is all quality. This is all quality handmade shit right here. Guys, tune into the podcast on Monday. It's going to be a fun episode. I'm going to be giving you guys 20 reasons why you need to bang your girl in the back of your truck every once in a while, just to keep things interesting. Other than that, I've been on fire lately, just getting the word out, scheduling breakthrough calls with guys in dead bedrooms. You know, a lot of us in the red pill space talk about how, you know, marriage isn't a good deal for men. It's not a good idea to get the government involved in your relationships. And I totally agree with that. But what about the guys that didn't get the memo? You know, some of those guys weren't told, they fucking did it anyway. And now they're in a situation that we can help them with. So I've been working with a lot of guys lately. If you're in that situation, book a call with me. The link's in the chat, call.fixdeadbedrooms.com. Other than that, thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys on the Dragon Ship right after this.
This has been Rule 0. New episodes every Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Subscribe now.